So, admittedly, I am not the biggest fan of romantic comedies. But when a romantic comedy is really good, watch out. What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a brand new movie called The Broken Hearts Gallery, a new romantic comedy written and directed by the debuting Natalie Krinsky. And this film follows the always unique and spunky Lucy, an art gallery assistant living in New York City. She also happens to be an emotional hoarder who keeps mementos of miscellaneous items to commemorate every relationship she's ever had. After she gets dumped by her latest boyfriend, Lucy is inspired to create the Broken Heart Gallery, a pop-up space for the items love has left behind. When word of the gallery spreads, it encourages a movement and a fresh start for all the romantics out there, including Lucy herself. Before I continue further in this video, thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoy your stay. If any of you guys love discussing cinema and all things entertainment like I do, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. That way you don't miss any of my future exciting content coming out. I love discussing movies and all things entertainment with y'all. And if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a big fat thumbs up on it by the end. So like I said, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of romantic comedies or even just straight up romance movies in general. It's not because I find them sappy or anything, but I find a lot of times the story is just so predictable beat for beat in those types of films. But I will say, I have my girlfriend to thank for this movie because she loves this genre and she really wanted to see this movie. So I was like, hey, why not? We hit up the local drive-in the other night and man, I drove out of that theater really surprised. And she really enjoyed it too. Broken Hearts Gallery was so much better than I was expecting. And a lot of that has to do with these performances being so freaking good. Geraldine Viswanathan, I think her name is, outstanding as Lucy. She brings so much energy to this role, and every scene, her enthusiasm is just so infectious. She was so much fun to watch. Also, Dacre Montgomery as Nick, very good as well. Great chemistry with Lucy. And also, just a quick side note, Dacre Montgomery is now my pick to play the Human Torch in the MCU. He just oozed swagger throughout this whole movie, and that was the only thing that was lingering in the back of my mind. It just screamed Human Torch to me. He was so good. But all the acting we both thought was stellar in this movie. Even the side characters, who are usually the more annoying aspects I find of these romance films, these side characters were so funny. It was really great to see Phillipa Sue from Hamilton get another fun performance, way different from the emotional punch of Eliza, that's for sure. But Lauren and I, being the huge Broadway fans that we are, were so excited to see an icon like Bernadette Peters appear in this movie. I also really gotta commend writer-director Natalie Krinsky because, again, this is a trend for the year 2020. What a debut. This is such an amazing idea that she has, and she crafts this film so well. She was so awesome with this movie, and I can't wait to see her future projects. And that brings me to perhaps the biggest praise I can give the Broken Hearts Gallery is the whole concept behind it. Anybody who's been through a really horrible breakup, I think, will find loads of comfort with this movie. And this concept is just so cool. Anyone who's gone through a bad breakup, bringing old mementos from their relationships to Lucy, essentially like a museum, it's really cool. Very original concept, I find. However, the originality of this concept, actually thinking about it, brings me to my main issue with this movie, and I kind of touched on this earlier, and I hate to say this, the story beats of the Broken Hearts Gallery are way too predictable for my liking. It does follow the very typical story beats of a romantic movie, especially the third act. Once it gets to that point, I was able to guess everything that was coming up, and of course, that does include the freaking liar revealed cliche, which, of course, I hate it. I have seen this cliche so many times in movies. Shrek, A Bug's Life, Over the Hedge even, all of those movies growing up as a kid, I was able to guess all the time what that cliche was leading to. And the Broken Hearts Gallery, without spoiling anything too hard, is another one of those movies. That cliche always turns out the same way. It just feels so tired to me. So yeah, even though there's a lot of originality with the Broken Hearts Gallery, especially with this concept, which I freaking love, the lack of originality in the story and the predictability of it is kind of what hinders it from being a truly special film. But regardless, my girlfriend and I both had fun with this movie. We found a lot to enjoy with the Broken Hearts Gallery, especially with the performances and the directing and everything else attached to the concept. I'm gonna give the Broken Hearts Gallery a B. I think this one is definitely worth a watch. This is a movie that's gonna flow under a lot lot of people's radars because it's not on VOD, it's actually exclusively being shown in theaters. Lauren and I saw this film at a drive-in the other night. I know some theaters are starting to open up again, so if any of you guys feel at all safe going back to the theater, I definitely feel like this is worth a watch. But what do you guys think of the Broken Hearts Gallery? Have you guys seen it yet? What do you guys think of it? And are you looking forward to seeing it? I'd like to hear all of your thoughts down in the comments section below and discuss them with you guys further. As you guys know, I am always game and ready to discuss movies and all things entertainment with you guys. And if this sounds like stuff you want to talk about with me, please consider hitting that subscribe button once again down below as hard as you possibly can. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a big fat thumbs up on it on your way out. Guys, thank you all so much once again for tuning in. Thank you all for your support of the channel so far. It means the world to me. Look forward to more fun content coming to the channel very soon. And with all that being said, back talk, commence.